Also, we're live. Good evening to all fans of Pinoy Chess, both at YouTube and Facebook. So, what we have now is our guest, main man. Just call him the main man. He's still a beginner at chess, and he wants to know more about chess in general, the game in general, and the politics, the events, the happenings at chess in the chess world. So, uh, main man, what level are you in chess right now? Are you intermediate or more of a beginner level?
I say beginner level, yes.
Yeah, okay, beginner level. But have you played chess before when you were young?
Yeah, but I did not continue until recently. So you can say that I'm not only a beginner, I'm super beginner. I'm infant. I'm infant
Don't
in
worry
the
because
sport of chess.
any at whatever age, as long as the interest is there, you gonna learn chess easily as long as you're interested. And it seems that you're also interested in the happenings of chess nowadays, the current happenings. Actually, there is a tournament called, as you can see here, Lindori's Abbey Rapid Challenge Final 8. Actually, this Final 8 is a 8 elite chess players that have already qualified for this round, for this knockout round. There is a earlier round wherein they play against each other, and only the top 8 would reach this round. And actually, our very own Wesley So, uh, since we are from here in the Philippines, have qualified for this round, and he played Magnus Carlsen yesterday, and unluckily for him, if you can see this, Magnus Carlsen got him eliminated by a very big margin. So as you can see here, there's supposed to be 5 games, but it's divided into 3 games rapid, and I think this is, if there is a tie, for example, 1.5 for each player, because a win is 1 point and then a loss is 0 and a draw is half point. So if they got both one win and a draw, then there's a tie. The tie should be broken by a blitz game. However, unluckily for Wesley, so the first 2 games was won by Carlsen. I maybe I'm mistaken. I'm mistaken. It should be that they play 4 rapid game, and then if it's a tie, then they play a deciding match. I think this is a blitz game of some sort. However, Carlsen already won the first 2 games, and on the third game, he only needs a draw. Because if Wesley wins the fourth game, that he is only 1.5 while Carlsen is 2.5. Thus, Wesley So was already eliminated. He got eliminated. And I think uh, just my opinion on this, Wesley is really unable to dominate or give Carlsen a run for his money when it comes to standard chess. Maybe you are already aware that there are 2 kinds of chess right now being played. Uh, two main types. Actually, there are many types of chess already in addition to standard. But the 2 main types that is currently being accepted by more people is the Chess 960 and the standard chess. So are you aware already of the chess 960?
Well, I have a rough basic idea. The chess 960 is a random placement or random placement of chess pieces in the bottom row.
Yeah, yeah.
The rook and the other major chess pieces aside from pawns.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Random for the white is randomized and the black side follows suit. Actually, Wesley So is the first ever world champion in chess 960. So it could be that we can analyze it this way. He dominated Carlsen in the first ever random chess world championship. Uh, he was able to uh, really, it's like a massacre when he won over Carlsen in Fischer Chess or Chess 960. It's called Fischer Chess because it was a recommendation by the former American world champion Robert James Fischer, or more popularly known or called Bobby Fischer. And the reason I think so because it has something to do with your team. Wesley is a very talented player, but he does not have a team to back him up. Unlike Carlsen, whenever he goes to tournaments, he has a team of 1 or 2 seconds supporting him. So he could just rest while Wesley has to do it in his own. I'm not sure if Wesley already has a team right now, but when Wesley So rose to the top, he does not have a team to back him up. And maybe you could argue that Wesley is more talented than Magnus because he dominated Magnus as Chess 960 because a team is useless in Chess 960 because you cannot prepare for it. You don't know what type of position would come up. In their match, for the rules set by FIDE for Chess 960 that you only know the position 10 minutes before the game would start. And that's impossible for you to prepare even if you have a team of seconds. You don't know what position to prepare and 10 minutes is really not enough. So, any comments on that? Do you think you, as a player, would play Chess 960, have a chance against stronger players? More chance uh, to win or even to draw or just give them a run for their money if it's Chess 960. Have you played Chess 960 online?
I played it. I played both Chess 960 and Standard Chess online and Late Chess.
Yeah.
Online chess.
Okay, I'll just
And,
stop the screen share so that we can discuss better. Okay. So you have played Chess 960 already. Both, you said both standard in Chess 960.
Yeah, both. Yes.
Okay.
And my experience with Standard Chess is not so good, actually, because I lost a devastating loss
Okay.
in Standard Chess because apparently chess players or seasoned chess players are very good. So they really
Chess openings.
in analogy in boxing, they really deliver a knockout punch at the outset. So if you don't know what you're doing, you have no business playing chess, standard chess against seasoned chess players.
Then how about your result for Chess 960?
In Chess 960, I stood some form. I made a run for them, sort of.
Yeah.
I made the game went beyond the opening stages. So,
Okay.
I made the seasoned chess player think somehow.
Because there is no opening preparation for them. There is no memorized moves
Because,
for them. Okay.
The positions of the pieces behind the pawns were so unfamiliar to their eyes, of course, in my eyes. So it made you think.
Okay, so for you, let's go Chess 960 instead of standard chess. Yeah.
Yes, because there's the element of surprise.
Okay.
Very much like in the day of battlefield. We don't know where the cannons are. We don't know if the enemy is going to go with artillery or with archers or with some other weapons.
Sorry, that's a good
the fog of
observation.
war is there.
Yeah. In standard chess, there is no fog of war.
Yes, yes. You know what you're dealing with, so if you know what to expect, so you can plan ahead. So that's why in standard chess, they say that they
can do your assignment. Yeah.
Yes, you can do your assignment.
So that's a good observation. However, when the first Chess 960 World Championship cycle was made, everybody was invited to play. everybody was allowed. So, however, it is still the top elite players of the standard chess that really got into the finals. Uh, the only thing that was proved there is that professional or elite chess players would still dominate. However, it is not sure that the world champions would dominate because the same same strategic consideration, same tactical considerations that applies to standard chess applies to chess 960. However, what was removed is only the preparation. So, beginner players or uh, players that are not really as good as the elite would not really become a champion in standard chess. What chess 960 provides is that the top 20, I think top 20 or top 10, it's really uh, not sure who would become the world champion. Unlike in standard chess, right now the top 5 really would dominate. Or, for example, right now, the world champion Magnus Carlsen really dominates standard chess. But when it comes to chess 960, uh, Wesley So, who's not even the top 10 at the time, is number 11 because his rating have slid over the past months. But now he's back at top 10 again. He was able to become the world champion because the preparation was taken out. The the critical component of chess seconds, chess assistance was taken out. So I think this is pure talent. But aside from talent, you should know the discipline, the skills, the competencies of standard chess, like proper positioning of the pieces, strategic considerations, and game ability, tactical ability in the middle game. It still applies. So the elite of the standard chess still dominates that part, but you are not sure whether the number one, the one in politics, let's say election, the one who has the machinery would win. But I think Chess 960 eliminated the component of machinery, the
Yes,
component
it's
of the team. Yeah.
similar to boxing. If you know boxing, there's such a weight. There's in their gloves, depending on the weight classes.
Yeah.
If you go with the smaller weight classes, they use 8-ounce gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Then at a certain middleweight, if you're already middleweight, 160 pounds, they use 10-ounce gloves.
Okay.
So if there is that difference in the weight of the gloves, it would if you have a stronger punch, it would be dissipate. If you have a bigger
Okay.
gloves. So if you say, if the analogy with chess 960 is that if you take, if you say for example, if you're in the lower weight classes and suddenly the organizer says you're going to wear 10-ounce gloves, it changes the way you prepare your training for an 8-ounce gloves. It changes it come fight night, right?
Yes, it could be. It could become an analogy. Let's say a professional chess player in the top 10 doesn't know whether he would fight for chess 960 or standard chess. So he prepare a lot of things, a lot of opening preparations, novelties, analysis, and suddenly he has to pick two closed envelopes, and that envelope would contain whether you play with chess 960 or standard chess. But he was able to pick up chess 960. Suddenly, all his preparations is gone. Gone to waste.
I remember in boxing, you used to train for using heavier gloves. When you're a novice boxer, actually you train for around 24-ounce gloves. So when you're becoming a professional, you compare 24-ounce gloves with 8-ounce gloves. It hurts more, right?
Okay.
So if you're a seasoned boxer, you could hurt more by using a lower weighted gloves than higher weighted gloves. So if a novice boxer and a seasoned boxer fights with 24-ounce gloves, we can we can say that the the novice the novice boxer can take the fight longer
Yeah,
instead of being knocked
yeah,
down
uh,
by just 5 seconds in the fight. He can take the fight longer
yeah,
because the power dissipates. Similar with chess
uh,
960, because the seasoned chess player isn't the blind as
uh.
to how he will
There is no
play his
pattern
chess
yet.
pieces.
The pattern
Yes,
in his mind was taken out because
yes,
it's totally new to you, a totally new configuration. But there is
yes,
another argument that says Wesley So was able to dominate chess 960 because he has been playing chess 960 a lot prior to that meetup or world championship in chess 960. He has been playing online chess 960 more often than the other elite players. Well, that's a good observation. Actually, if you have been playing more with the type of chess variant, then of course you have an advantage. So that's another argument from other observers, from other analysts. So I think in the future, chess 9060 would definitely dominate, especially with the things about engines. It's very difficult for a certain player who wants to cheat using engines if the variant is chess 960 because you cannot just set the position as unlike in standard chess you get an engine, the position is already the same, but if you have chess 960, how there would be a so long time for you to set the engine, especially if it's blitz. The game is already ongoing and you're still setting the position of the chess 960 because that's why it's called chess 960. There are 960 possible positions, and how could you memorize that? Would you input
yes.
that in an
And the
engine?
standard chess is so much ingrained in the culture of humanity that there's so many books written about it.
Yeah, and
Uh,
people don't want to let go because all their preparation, all their years of research would be lost. So there's still a resistance on that. Even in our tournaments at Lichess, and one of our partners said that if you use chess 960, then a lot of people would not compete. So
I
there's
think they should refrain, not refrain, they should shift away from standard chess towards the system because we are aware of the existence of these engines, of this artificial intelligence,
yeah,
which are already dominant over and above its counterparts. So it doesn't make any sense for us to excel this because it's already been excelled by this artificial
yeah.
means, this
Actually,
artificial intelligence.
it's not anymore a sport. It's already just an
Yes,
entertainment. Eh. Diba?
yes, yes.
So
So with
let's
that note,
yeah,
humans should really shift towards its line system because there are no machines yet or AIs that have mastered
yeah.
this line system chess. So we can say that if humans are dominating this line system, then we truly are the best
Mhm.
beings in that kind of sport.
And with just 960, in just a few months, you go from beginner to intermediate. Yeah,
So that's very
yeah, because you cannot compete anymore with the years of research, years of pattern
because,
recognition in standard chess. The
like for example,
players like me who have been
the,
a player during college, I have years of. It's impossible for you to catch up virtually. But in chess 960, maybe you have a fighting chance to catch up with, for example, varsity players during college or high school because it's a totally new ball game, some sort of. So I think we should promote it. Chess 9, I'd agree with that.
because listen, Lansky, you know that because Magnus Carlsen says he's the world champion, right? He's the
Yeah,
world champion of
standard chess.
standard chess. But
Yeah,
there exists another being, artificial, is it my being? But there exists another being better than him. So we should strive as human race. We should strive for that. For us to say that we're the best at something, 960 is the way to go because there is no being yet that's created by us that can defeat us in that
Yeah.
game,
So
right?
this is just a resistance, I think, because of melancholy of the past periods. Actually, when Kasparov was defeated by, I think, is it Deep Blue or Deep Thought? I'm not sure.
Yes, yes,
I think it's Deep Blue.
deep blue,
Deep Blue, yes. When
okay.
the Deep Thought was the first version which he easily defeated, but when Deep Blue came along, he was defeated by Deep Blue. Then Nigel Short, the top grandmaster of England at that time, said, "I don't see how humankind would survive." He has already seen the start of the dominance of the
Revolution.
machines, of the engines, the software in standard chess. And at that time, the computing power of chess computers, the motherboards, the CPUs are not yet that strong. And what more now?
That was that was what? What was
Is
the
it
year?
80s or 90s? I can't
So,
exactly
so
remember.
that's
I think 90s already. But
we're talking about 40 or 40, 30 to 40 years ago.
no. I think that's if it's 90s, and I think it's at least 15 years. If middle of 90s, it's 15 years, more than 15 years or more than 15 years since that happened. And the advancement of computing power, before, in terms of the hard disk, we're only talking about 40 MB. But now the small USB, you already have 64 gig or bigger. So
Yes, yes.
that's how the advanced computing power nowadays, and plus the advancement in the software. So if Kasparov was not able to beat that slowpoke program before in a slowpoke computing power, then uh, how can we uh, survive or defeat a machine with a bigger, with a better software and a stronger CPU or motherboard computing power?
Yes.
So
And we should be giving this world championship awards to these beings, not to humans like Magnus
yeah.
Carlsen, which is it's a blasphemy
You
in the part
award
of the machines.
to Alpha Zero or to Stockfish, the
Yes, yes,
Stockfish, you are the chess world champion.
yes, yes, yes. No human has the right to
Yeah.
say that.
Uh,
He's a world champion.
yeah.
As long as this beings exist. So
Uh,
the better for us,
so
everybody is
let's
to
put
ship
an award
this.
to Alpha Zero. You are the chess world champion.
Yes.
That's the reason when the world champion in Go was defeated by Alpha Go, he retired. I don't want to play Go anymore. There's no
Yeah.
sense. Sabi niya, there's no sense.
Yes.
It has already been solved.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely my point. Precisely my point. It's already been solved. Or there's a higher game. There's
Yes.
better than me. So why play it?
Yeah,
Because it's
there's no sense
exercising
anymore.
creativity.
Let's just play Pico. Let's just play Pico.
Yes. Kasi it's Magnus Carlsen. We're just saying that Magnus Carlsen is the world champion of humans. Not of chess.
Yeah,
Not
you're correct.
of human beings playing chess.
So
But not of other beings.
so let's rephrase the title of Magnus Carlsen. Let's put it at the world chess champion of humans.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the actor.
But the world chess champion is Alpha Zero.
Yeah.
And the second is Stockfish.
Yes.
Look, Magnus Carlsen is not even the second. Is not even the
Yes.
runner-up. And after Stockfish, the other top players, Magnus Carlsen and other top players, is not even the second runner-up because you have Fritz from Chess Base and you have Schroeder. There's so many of them. We are the top 101 of of the chess in
I
terms.
hope this conversation can reach them, for them to realize that they're just swimming themselves with false applauses, false accolades. No? Because he's not the best of anything. It's just the best among humans.
Among
We're the
humans,
best
okay.
among slaves, like that. That's the reality. Right? The best slave.
Yeah.
Right? You're not a master anymore. The masters are stockfish.
Okay. So,
Opposite.
nevertheless, because humans are still in melancholy of or the past era, the golden years of human chess, they still refuse to give up because chess is a big business. You know, FIDE.
Standard chess.
Yeah,
Standard
yeah,
chess. That's
standard.
what we are pointing at.
Yeah.
Standard chess, it's gone. You know,
But
let's just give it, let's hand it over to
don't you think the
internationals.
engines would be
But-
able to analyze also the 960 in just a few years?
Well, maybe, but for now,
For now,
they
yeah.
can claim that Wesley So is the world champion.
Or Magnus
chess
Carlsen.
nine
Magnus
sixty.
Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen.
100%. No other being, artificial being, can claim that. As of
Okay.
now.
So this is a good discussion, main man. Thank you for your time, and I hope this sparks makes our video a viral and would spark much debate and discussion. And surely, I promise you, this would find its way to YouTube and Facebook.
Yes, we have to just title it clickbait style.
What's the best title for this video? The argument.
Magnus Carlsen is just a mere world champion of chess for humans.
Maybe
Something like that.
maybe also could be chess 960 versus standard chess, something like that. Or you want that title to stick?
Yes, it sparks more controversy.
Okay, controversy generates more viral quality. Yeah. So thank you for your time, and I would end this interview now, and I think we have covered a lot of materials, and for my next material would be the history of chess. I would be covering a lot of material also there, and we would be discussing each world champion so that the history of chess would all the events, the issues that have come along would be discussed so that other chess players, especially the beginner ones, would be aware of it. And also, we'll be covering chess history in the Philippines. So thank you, main man, for your time.
That's good, no? We discuss history because the foundation of chess was done by humans,
Yeah.
not by machines, right?
Yeah, but the future is machine. You're saying you're saying that the future is machine. Okay, so thank you and more power and good evening to you and to everyone. See you and more discussion to follow. Bye bye.